Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. This video is about family in the Matrix. I'm gonna start this one off really fast. It was somebody in Adolf Hitler's in his section of his military, and they had his wife or his mother. And they said, "We'll kill your mother or his wife if you don't give in." He said, "Kill them." He said, "Kill them." And most people would be like, "Man, that's harsh. How could you? You couldn't just give a deal or give yourself." He was, no, because it's not bigger than was a part of this work. If you're really doing this real work, and being true to it, and being your soul is being true to it, a lot of things with family you'll start to see it'll start to, unless you're good at managing, but it'll start to really get in the way. It's true. Very true. And while doing this, that's why they're able to go at certain people. I notice certain things, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, that's why I'll be talking so much. I'll be just, I'll just sit back. I'll notice certain things. Certain artists stop making certain music, or, I remember with Brother Bobby, he would be like, when they had this certain author of a book, and they write in a certain way in that book, or talk about a certain thing, and they stop talking about that certain thing for a little bit, and they talk about something totally different, because somebody getting to him and saying, "Hey, you can't." It's like he would say that was a consortium of different people that work for the government, that would read all types of science fiction books, movies, and have, like, if it's certain stuff that you can put certain things in it, knowing like the symbology or what is in it, or say to take it back. Like they say the same thing in the record industry or music industry. You have certain frequency on your music, and you talking about certain things that can really liberate the people. They tell you to take it back. Certain different things, not like we always have different phases. Like you say, Public Enemy would be looked at as like Public Enemy would be like the Black Panther / Islam thing. If you look at the X Clan, it'd be more of looking at the deities, but and that's more of the deities they were talking about, really. But they did say Black Boot Stomp. They would be dressed up in their clothing, but I remember how they took over the Brooklyn Bridge one time. I heard back in the day, but yeah, they'll be able to take these groups and take them apart. But you gotta look. Professor Griff was taken out of the group. If you look at the one album when they had it takes no, not that one. The album with Fight the Power, there was not a lot of Chuck D raps, because Griff was writing the raps. So you notice when he was out of the album, it wasn't a lot of Chuck D raps on that album. They had more of the dance for the break beats and dancing on that album with the music without any rhymes. So how you can disband a group, put Flavor Flav on TV, disband the group, pretty much, separate them. You can't make music because you're doing something else. So with the same thing with the X Clan, I think Sugar Shaft, he had caught AIDS or something. They said he had or something. Professor X, the overseer, he ended up dying. I think he had something that happened, so some type of brain aneurysm or something. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but that happened to him. And then one of the guys that was making beats for him, he's no longer really affiliated anymore with him behind allegations with Professor X. So, but yeah, they'll try to disband you. So, like, if they have certain things going on, they say, oh, we'll get to you, or we'll get to your family, and then people break. Like, if people like artists or whatever it is, movies, any type of anything that can like the muse that can change the minds of the people or awaken the minds of the people, they get to their families. So when you like away from your family, all you have is you have to realize, now I have nothing to miss. When I never had it, when I had it and then I didn't have it for a long time, I had to live with myself. You become your body becomes your home. This cell, this body of a cell. Speaking of the cell, it's like with the same thing. The movie it's a movie called The Cell with Samuel L. Jackson and John Kusack. And they were running and getting away from things, like, and it was trying to, like, it was almost like, you got to realize it's like the movie was in a double meaning, and then it was getting away from certain things and kill. Like, it was almost like zombies, almost, but they were getting away. But it was like, it's like things in life will get you caught up, and then he was like, he saw his children that was ravaging with like the zombies. He was like, oh, but that's them right there. He said, Samuel L. Jackson, he was towards the end of the movie, he was like, oh man, don't do it, don't fall for it, man. You're gonna go back in, you're gonna lose it. It's the cell, don't lose it. That's the way you get held in in a dimension. I didn't realize that. I never realized that when you on this when I watched it the first time, I knew what was going on, but I never look at it as a double, like, in your life. Like, these things, like, he saw his children that was caught up with those not zombies, but like mind zombies, pretty much. And he was like, but, and then that's like, damn, that's crazy. So when he saw his children and like in line with those mind zombies, he felt like he wanted to go back, and he was trying to save him. I can go save him. Samuel L. Jackson said, you can't save him. You'll get caught up. And next thing you know, you see him moving with his children. But while he's moving with his children, he's in a zombie state. He's a mind zombie walking with a group next to his children. So we don't see Samuel L. Jackson anymore. All we see is John Kusack walking with his children as a mind zombie. So getting caught up in the cell, caught up in the matrix. I mean, the body is a cell, but if you're in jail, now you're in a cell inside of a cell. Now you're limited on information while you're in jail. You can get some. You don't get what you're really supposed to while you're in the world, because the world is the illusion. And you're playing out your part in this illusion. So like when you read mythology, like I keep saying, highly melanated people, so-called black people, read mythology. When you read mythology in this illusion and you're not going to jail and you raising yourself up, all those things that you're reading, it's a script. You're actually starting to turn in, those things will start happening in your life. I've seen it happen in my life, for real. on some realness. Like, no lie. I tell people, I say, that's the realest. I say, I said, man, the realest shit, reading mythology. While you're reading mythology, and if you're a female and you have a husband, or if you're a male and you have a wife, man, that's even perfect. Y'all can act these out together. Like, when you're reading them, it ain't got to be all about sex, but it can be, because sex is important. Sex is very important in his spiritual warfare. Push the work of your teachers, like, and you expound on it. So that's why, like, you'll get rid of certain musicians. Like, look at Mystikal. He keep getting caught up in the judicial system. Keep getting caught up. Remember, he has the music that'll make the woman shake your ass. Watch yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, they'll do stuff like that. He keep getting caught up. Like look at Marvin Gaye and look at Aaliyah. The last songs they had were what? Sexual songs. Sexual healing and Rock the Boat. And look what happened to them recently after they came out with those songs. They ended up losing their lives. They weren't scared to put out, because the muse it can spiritually change the people. It ain't gotta be oh and oh and oh. I mean, it can be that if you want to. Like, it don't gotta be that though. It was like, you gotta make it sound like it's something that's around, like it's the time, but with, you know what I'm saying, like, you can change it, like with your words, you can use your words and stuff, and you know, it's different. And like, and people, when the label is paying for everything and footing everything, they gonna tell you what you can and can't say. He said, you can't say that. Oh, you doing this? Oh, we'll do this. And people usually back down. Just like a few artists that be scared, you know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I rise in power to Marvin Gaye, I say. Rise in power to Aaliyah, Akasha Horton, I say. So, man, like, man, I'm telling you, they'll get you, or they get at your family. I'm not giving in. Like, shit, I'm not giving in. They coming in for you. They gonna make you fall. They gonna do something. Like, you, that's the thing. That's the thing. Having your own. Don't sign. Man, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand what these, like, y'all got the internet, like, y'all own labels. Like, like, y'all decided just to be known and do less work. And y'all just do it like that. So it's gonna come a time when something is gonna be a difference maker. I can say that a difference maker is gonna be made, and it's also gonna make it hard for other artists because of not just what they're talking about, but the quality of it. Now that's the thing. Like, it's got to be a difference maker coming somewhere, but if not, it'll be one made. Remember, the ancestors have to be heard and will be heard. It's getting closer and closer. The more people they take out, the more and more you see. The more people that's dying from this so-called disease, the more and more you're gonna find out where it's coming from. That's all I can say. I've been given that in the vision. That's all I'm gonna say in that. The more y'all try to hide stuff and kill people off, you on the. That's exactly. The more you try to kill people off, you'll get right to the juice of everything. So remember, every fruit has a seed, or it should have a seed in it. But yeah, so you might be taking out the rest of it, but that seed also produces something from it. So everything if everything before it is able to bridge everything that it will make with his mind in the future and bridge that, hey, it's powerful. And not being able to be succumb to the cell. These artists, they succumb to the cell because they used to living a life, or they used to having that family. The abyss is everything. He said, she said, he said, why would I want to be in an abyss? He said, I can the illusion, give me the illusion. So that's what we're in, the illusion, like I talked about before. We're in the illusion. So she was like, he said, the abyss, that's a bunch of nothingness. That's darkness. That's where you at when you sleep. Ain't we all in darkness when we sleep. That's the abyss. That's the abyss. But the abyss also deals with the monster too also. And they say the muse soothes the beast or the monster. So when they're able to give a good message, or not a good message like, oh, do this and do that, and no, I mean they use mythology in those movies. It's up to us as highly melanated people, so-called black people, to crack the code of what these certain mythologies or certain movies mean, and we can start applying those in our lives or whatever. It's like we getting a visual script of something, and we can, like, when we act out certain things, we see or like whatever, or read in a book those scripts. That's how you can actually play it out in your life, by playing along with it, because you recognize what you have just read happening in your life. So that's just another way too. Also, that's just another way spiritually to raise yourself up. But yeah. I'm telling you, all these certain artists, they'll get, hey, I don't want none of that. So they know the way to do it, but they said, you know what? I'd rather save my family and save myself too also at the same time, and they'll gracefully back out. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Erykah Badu, Kid Cudi, you know, different ones, the Roots. They'll gracefully bow out. So, you know, they don't want you to, like Eve, like they got her out of here too, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, the thing is, they did the same thing to the Gangsta Boo too also. She went Christian. Lady Saw from the reggae, I heard she went Christian too. Like they'll do this certain thing to you. Like you can change. So that's why you on these labels. It's a no. It's a no-go, man. A no-go. You can't say exactly what you want to say. Look at Mos Def. He's tried numerous times. They had him stuck in South Africa for a whole extra year or more. Like, you know, out there like that, trying. The more you try. And like he seems a little different, you know, to me, like, you know, but like, you know, I don't want to get into that, but yeah, but he's, you know, still trying all these years, still trying, and not just musically, he's really out there doing his thing, like, you know, but, and they always trying to hold him up, but I already made a video about that, and I'm gonna make another video dealing with that shit. How God really gets in the way, and we don't realize it, and we don't seem to realize what this is and what kind of warfare this is. This is a big spiritual war. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I don't want to. I feel like I covered a lot of bases. So yeah, all right. Kill God daily. Nigga.